Hi, everyone. This is so cool. It's our first dual virtual in, and I'm first, so no pressure. You got me for about 5 or 6 hours, but don't worry, we'll stop midway through for an intermission. No one laughed at that joke. In all seriousness, what I wanted to do is just quickly tell my story, tell you guys all about Shopflix, and let you know that 2112 is pretty awesome. So for those that have not been able to get to 2112, or for CCE, you got to get down here in the north side of Chicago. I think, to be perfectly frank, it's one of Chicago's best kept secrets. So let's not make it a secret any longer. Let's get the word out. And I'm hoping that events like this today will be it. So real quick, show you what Shopflix is. I'll tell you all about the future of retail, or at least how our folks are thinking about it.
I want to know everything about everything.
Cheers.
I think it's fair to say that the bright colors of the mural represent the bright future.
I'm Rosie Clayton.
I'm Melissa Chatane.
I'm Tanner.
Reagan Bregman.
I'm Tia Blanco.
Thank you for watching Breaking Through.
Here on Tanner Tries.
And this has been Well-Traveled Chicago.
Thanks for watching Generation Next.
Thank you so much for watching Eco-Friendlier. I'll see you next time, only on Shopflix.
Only on Shopflix.
Only on Shopflix.
Only on Shopflix.
So that's Shopflix in a nutshell. I'll tell you a little bit more. So it was summer of 2020. Think back, it was COVID summer. No one was going anywhere. We were all locked down. I had just sold Limitless to Keurig Dr Pepper and was looking for my next new thing. My wife got pregnant, and as new parents, the first thing we need to buy of considerable dollar value is a baby stroller, right? I'm sure all the parents out there can understand. Well, normally you would go to Buy Buy Baby and you'd test drive some strollers and you'd pick the one that was right for you. But with COVID, we couldn't do that. So as we all know, COVID has changed the landscape for retail. And I learned it firsthand. So because we couldn't go to Buy Buy Baby, we had to go online. So we would go to brand websites and they were just stale and boring. And then we would go watch YouTube reviews and there was an element of bias or salesmanship. So something just didn't really feel right. So we found our best form of information as to which stroller we should buy came from going to the park in Chicago and watching other couples that were like us engage with their stroller and then asking them questions, of course, with masks on and from 6 feet away about their experience. So that, combined with everything that was happening in the Asian markets from a live streaming of retail perspective, was the aha that we needed. So what is Shopflix? You saw that video early on. Shopflix is a storytelling network. So just as HGTV has a portfolio of shows that tell stories around DIY culture, or the Food Network has a portfolio of shows telling stories around food, Shopflix tells stories around consumerism. So we exist as a content as a service business to tell stories on behalf of the brands. So our brands will come to us, or we will write stories and go to them and broadcast it in our environment. So what is the Shopflix environment? We have a web app, Shopflix Studios. We have hosted and branded social media, so within Instagram and the whole like between our hosts that post, but most of our content is distributed on YouTube. Why did we create Shopflix? So if you're a direct-to-consumer brand, you really only have 3 options. So you have option 1, which is rely on physical retailers. That's what brands have been doing for the last 100 years. Well, physical retailers have amassed large amounts of power if you're Target, Walmart, Home Depot, and the like. But there's fraught with traffic as it relates to physical retailing. Namely, foot traffic is declining. As we all know, less people are going into physical stores. They're relying more on the online experience. Physical retailers also have high margin requirements. Sometimes 40 to 60% of the product's value is taken by the retailer. And lastly, there's strict supply chain mandates. When I sold Limitless into Walmart, they made me pack it in a certain package. I mean, I was fine with it because there's 4,400 Walmarts, but it was still a strict mandate. So if you don't go to physical retailer, then what do? Well, you can go direct to consumer, which over the last 5 to 7 years has been what most brands have done. Well, right now, because there's so many brands that have come online, the cost to reach your target through CPM or cost of acquisition has skyrocketed. There's just only so many ways for brands to connect with the consumer. Next, the barriers to entry are near zero. Pretty much anyone nowadays can start a consumer brand, which is exciting. It's great for entrepreneurs. Did I do that? And lastly, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are pretty much the only platforms that exist to get the word out to talk to your consumer. Finally, the only other way that you can try to make your brand grow if you're a DTC brand founder is relying on digital retailers, namely Amazon. Well, there's no real ability to connect with your consumer through Amazon or Walmart.com or Jet. They also take tons of margin. A lot of folks don't realize that Amazon will take margin as a retailer, as an advertiser, and then as a fulfiller. So 3 sets of margin go right to Amazon. And then finally, it competes with your own brand platform. So enter Shopflix. So we help brands create better content so that they can engage with their consumers better. You've seen a bunch of retail startups, mostly emanating out of China, South Korea, and other Asian markets that have started to come over to America, such as Shops. And then there's been a number of virtual retail or future of retail startups that have emerged. We like to say, though, that we are shoppable entertainment versus selling events. We've even seen some of the large incumbents like Amazon try doing Amazon Live. It's hard to compete with Amazon, but we think that we can through telling great stories. So what have we done so far? We launched our environment on June the 9th. Our environment's defined as our website, our app, and our YouTube world. We've attracted over 60 brands that have been our partners, so the brands come to us. We work with our team of writers, mostly based in Hollywood, to produce content in our studio in 2112 or remotely. And then we broadcast it within our environment and into YouTube. So our 61 paying brands have been great. They run the gamut between mega brands like Free People or Goalie to buzz brands all the way down to your treasure hunt brands. And we've done a great job of getting it up on YouTube and having people watch it. So we are a storytelling network. We're happy to be here. Super pumped that 2112 has been a partner of ours. We are a tenant of 2112. So we've built our production studio in about 4,000 square feet right around the corner. And they've been a great partner to ours. Lastly, before I go, for your awesome day, I want you to experiment with Shopflix. So use promo code 15 bucks, 15BUCKS for $15 off your first experience. So go get a Yeti cooler or Beats by Dre headphones or Kizik shoes. Thank you guys so much and have a fabulous day. I really appreciate it. Go 2112.